My dad cut me out of his will for marrying my wife, so I made sure his new family found out about his secret gambling debts. Dad never liked Priya from the moment I brought her home. She was brilliant, a doctor who spoke 4 languages and volunteered at free clinics, but she wasn't the blonde country club princess he'd envisioned. "She's not our kind of people," he said. "What kind is that?" I asked. He just stared at me. When we got engaged, Dad tried bribing me to break it off. First a house, then a partnership in his construction company. Finally, he threatened to cut me out of his will entirely. "Choose carefully," he said. "Family money or foreign gold digger." I chose Priya. True to his word, Dad updated his will after our wedding. Everything would go to his new wife Monica and her twin sons, boys he'd known for 8 months. At family gatherings, Dad made pointed comments about bloodlines, while Monica's teenagers smirked. Priya handled it with grace, bringing desserts and asking about their school projects. "They'll come around," she'd say, after particularly brutal dinners. I wasn't so sure. The breaking point came at Christmas. Dad announced Monica was pregnant. "Finally," he said, raising his wine glass. "A legitimate heir." Priya excused herself to the bathroom. I found her crying by the car. That night, I decided I was done being the bigger person. For months, I'd noticed things. Dad's designer suits despite claiming the business was struggling. Monica's new jewelry after Dad said money was tight. The way he'd step outside to take certain phone calls. I started following him. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m., Dad drove to an underground poker room behind Chen's restaurant. I watched through the window as he lost thousands on single hands. His tells were obvious. Touching his wedding ring when bluffing, bouncing his leg when he had good cards. I documented everything. Photos of him entering the building, screenshots of his credit card statements from his company computer, bank records showing transfers to gambling sites. The debts were staggering. $340,000 spread across 17 creditors. He'd mortgaged the house twice and emptied the business accounts. Monica thought she was marrying a wealthy contractor. Instead, she'd inherited a financial disaster. I waited until Monica's baby shower to strike. All of Dad's new family was there. Monica's parents, her sister, her twin boys. They were discussing the nursery renovation and college funds. "That's so generous of Dad to pay for everything," I said innocently. Monica beamed. "He's already set aside money for the twins' tuition." I pulled out my phone. "Speaking of money, I thought you should see these." I showed them the photos first. Dad hunched over poker tables, signing IOUs with shaking hands. Then came the bank statements, showing the systematic destruction of their financial future. Monica's face went white. "This can't be real," she whispered. Her sister grabbed my phone, scrolling through the evidence. "The house is in foreclosure," she said slowly. "He owes more than it's worth." Monica's father stood up, his voice deadly calm. "How long has this been happening?" 3 years, I answered. "Since before he met Monica." The room exploded. Monica's mother started crying. Her twins demanded to know if they'd still have college funds. Her sister was already calling a lawyer. Dad walked in carrying champagne, freezing when he saw the chaos. "What's going on?" he asked. Monica held up my phone, showing a photo of him signing a loan document at the poker room. "You lied to me," she said, "about everything." Dad's eyes found mine across the room. For a second, he looked genuinely hurt. "You did this." "No," I said calmly. "You did this. I just made sure they knew the truth before the baby comes." Monica filed for divorce the next week. Her lawyer found hidden debts even I hadn't discovered. The house was sold to pay creditors. Dad's business collapsed. 6 months later, his landlord called. Dad was 3 months behind on rent for a studio apartment. Did I want to help? "He's family," the landlord said. I thought about Priya, working double shifts at the hospital, while Dad called her a gold digger. "No," I said. He made his choice. Last month, Priya and I bought our first house. It's small, but ours. Paid for with money we earned together. Dad sent a card congratulating us. Inside, he'd written, "I was wrong about her. I hope you can forgive me." I haven't responded yet. Maybe someday.